Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Happy Black History Month. So, I am what you call a step master. I am not a Greek, okay? I'm not a Greek, so I'm going to start by that. I'm not a Greek. I'm a non-Greek, but I'm a step master. Like he said, we will get into my accolades later. But right now, what I'm going to do is tell y'all a brief history of the art form that I do, that I love, that changed my life, which is called step. Now, if you heard a step, let me say yeah. Yeah. Nah, that's not loud enough. If you heard a step, let me say yeah. Yeah. So, a lot of people wonder why when you do see step, why do we make certain faces? Why do we yell? Why do we scream? For those who've seen step, usually when we make a stage, we, ah! Why do we do that? Now, to the people that's not of the community, you kind of know. The people that's not of the community kind of go, y'all look crazy. But there's a reason. There's a deep, deep-rooted reason why we yell, why we scream, why we chant, why we stroll. If you don't know, where did stepping start? Where you think stepping start, my brother? Don't say Brooklyn. It didn't start there. No, it didn't start in the Bronx. It started further, far away from there. Thank you. Say it again. Say it again. Say it with pride. Where did step start? Africa. Where did step start? Africa. Step started in Africa. And it did not start as a celebration, I tell you that. Step was a form of communication that the slaves used to talk to each other. When you was a slave, if I said something to another slave in any language, whether it was English, African, anything, the slave masters, remember, they didn't want us, they didn't want the slaves to be as smart as them or smarter than them. So the slaves had to find a way to communicate. So eventually in the coal mines in Africa, the way they communicated, they would, and the other slave would answer back. If he wanted to talk to him, they would answer back. Eventually, the slave masters caught on to this form of communication. And what did they do? They did what we call today battles. So, the slave master would take one house of slaves to another house, and they would step against each other. Now, you wonder why we yell, why we scream. The losing, quote unquote, slaves would either be taken by the other slave master or even killed. So if you tell me this performance, your life depends on it, am I going to step like this? Or am I going to be, ah! I want to live. This stomp, this clap will either kill me or help me survive. So when you see the Greeks call in response, that is a respect to the ancestors that died before us, to show them we respect and love the path that they put in front of us. Then, in 1906, the first Black African American fraternity was born. The Brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha. For short, they call A Phi A. And if you've seen them, they go, ice, ice, baby. To go. Ice, ice, baby. The black and gold, okay? Their colors are the colors of the Egyptian kings and queens, black and gold. Why? Because throughout history, we forgot we were kings and queens. We were always felt that we were less than. And when we step, we remember our ancestry, that we were kings and we were queens. So when I step, hoo, 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 I'm waking up my ancestors. Now, some of you may not care. It may not mean nothing to you, but it means something to millions and millions of Greek, non-Greek, high school, non-high school, elementary steppers and step masters. So if you heard the movie Stomp the Yard, I choreographed for that movie. Okay? And we taught a lot of dancers who weren't steppers, who thought they couldn't step because they weren't Greek. But we like, stepping is not just for the Greeks. Those days are long gone. Stepping is for all races, all colors, and all creeds. Because step unites the same way a choir unites when they sing. Step unites all under one banner, the banner of unity, love, and accomplishment. That's where step came from, and now you see what step is now. Now we have Hispanic fraternities and sororities, Caucasian fraternities and sororities, that step and stroll. Asian fraternities and sororities, that step and stroll. Because they seen the unity of when it came from slavery to where it is now. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the history of step.